Tangerine, satisfaction, and farting bears take center stage as America collectively sighs at what our culture has become. Today I'm joined by NASA's top astronaut, set to be the first human to colonize Mars. Let's give a writer's block welcome to Tommy the Astronaut.
Thanks for having me.
You suck. I'm Hayden Roper, and you're listening to the #1 improv comedy podcast that I know about. This is Writer's Block.
Like, where's the music, Scooby?
Go! And here we go. Welcome to Writer's Block, the show where we throw incessant nonsense at our guests to see what sticks. All right, so our first section today, we got Pitch Slap, the section where we try to... we actually have a sound effect we don't need.
Oh, okay.
Tommy, sell me on Schindler's Grocery List.
So this employee, Shin, his boss comes up to him and he says, I see you've been taking advantage of the employee discount, 20% off. And he goes, yeah, I have been taking advantage of it. And here are some of the stuff I've bought. And that is the beginning of Schindler's List. And it gets crazier and crazier as he...
just reads straight off his grocery list for 90 minutes.
You know what? As the director and owner and producer of the movie...
and lead actor.
I am Shin. I'm also the boss. I do kind of the double role. We have the two camera setup going.
Yeah,
anyways.
It was really good. You just put a tape-on mustache on, and I couldn't even tell it was you.
Yeah, a lot of people said the movie wasn't great. They said something about me running back and forth between the two character positions.
So you didn't even cut. You just showed yourself running between the two roles.
Yeah, well, too many movies these days are cutting between scenes and stuff. We wanted to do one single shot all the way through.
That's true, because that's
it's impressive.
People's complaints with these action movies is just cut after cut after cut.
Michael Bay with these explosions going all these different scenes.
Okay, well, here's the interesting part, because I actually was told you contracted out Michael Bay for the VFX in this movie.
Well, it was mostly just the last scene when all of these items on the grocery list end up coming out of Shin's body. In quite an explosive fashion.
Okay, so that raised a lot of questions for the sequel then, obviously.
Yeah, well, I can't really comment on it further. I don't want to spoil anything for the people listening. But
yeah, but there may or may not be a 40% discount in the sequel that he exploits.
And it's, all I'm going to say is he was previously training another employee while he was working.
A protege?
Oh, you might say that.
Does he also
you might say an employee in training.
That is the same thing. That is very similar. Okay, so we're going to pivot on to my movie this week. We have Orange Pulp Fiction. So what we did is we replaced all the main characters with tangerines.
Actually, in my movie, I can speak freely as one director, lead actor, producer, owner, and copyright.
And assistant to Michael Bay.
To another.
Yeah,
we actually had to hire actors for all of the items on the shopping list, too.
Okay, but you play every role in the movie.
Yeah. So they had to hire me many times.
You just kept going in for the job interview and like, we love this guy.
Yeah, he's perfect. When's the next audition?
So anyway, back to Orange Pulp Fiction.
Right.
So the whole point of Pulp Fiction is the whole MacGuffin is this glowing orange or gold briefcase. Yeah, plot MacGuffin, things that moves the plot forward.
Oh, okay.
So it's this briefcase, it's got glowing inside, and in Pulp Fiction you never really know what's inside. That's kind of like the big mystery on the film. But we all hated that because we hate leaving a movie theater unsatisfied.
Right.
When I go into a movie theater, whether I'm with my bros, with my girlfriend, with any...
Always satisfied.
Always satisfied. You got to get satisfied.
Your parents, go to a nice family movie.
If you're surrounded by your family, other people's family, kids, doesn't matter. You got to be satisfied during a movie.
You know what? I would even dare say I get satisfied quicker with my family.
I mean, yes, obviously.
More satisfied.
More satisfied, yeah. It's not necessarily quicker, but it's more enjoyable.
Right.
So that's why this is a family movie. Pulp Fiction is a very edgy kind of movie, but this is very family-focused.
So it's there to satisfy everyone.
It's there.
Children, too?
Anyone that walks in this theater will be satisfied,
all
guaranteed.
Right.
Okay, so the whole point is we want to really show you what's in the briefcase, because that's where the satisfaction happens. You're going to hear the satisfaction in the audience when that happens. It's going to be so satisfying.
And I'm going to be there to record every single sound.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be in the dark room in the corner filming random people as they are satisfied by this movie. That's actually, I'm not to spoil it, but that's actually where the sequel to Schindler's Grocery comes from.
It's just me recording everybody.
The briefcase is a glowing just pool of orange juice. But here's the catch. It's called Orange Pulp Fiction, but the juice... Pulp free! Pulp free.
That is incredible.
So that's where you're satisfied because you get the delivery. They open up that case and you're like, orange juice, that makes sense. But then you think about it after the movie, once you've already been satisfied.
Where's the pulp?
And where's the pulp? So on to the next section of Pitch Lab, where we sell outrageous products to prospective customers. So, Tommy, today you are selling the ballpoint pen / scooter to Jehovah's Witnesses.
So when you say ballpoint pen / scooter, you mean a 2-in-1 deal?
It's a 2-in-1, but it is the size of a standard ballpoint pen. So how can Jehovah's Witnesses benefit from the ballpoint pen scooter?
Right, and sometimes the Jehovah's Witnesses have come a knocking, and they look sweaty, they look tired, and man, you just can't help but feel bad for them. And so this is my product that I've been developing. It's the 2-in-1 ballpoint pen scooter. And you know what? They bring over some stuff. They bring over some pamphlets, some readings,
books.
What if they want to highlight something for you to look at a little bit closer? Oh man, they don't have a pen. But now,
hang on. So they're highlighting with a pen?
Well, like circling, underlining.
Okay.
All right.
They're just blacking out words.
All right, wait.
Read back on this tonight.
Actually, don't look at this part. Oh, wait. Don't look at... Oh, that's a typo. Don't look at this part.
We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah. Oh, who the hell wrote this? But anyway, so yeah, it's a ballpoint pen, first of all. But second of all, you may be wondering... isn't there a better way for them to get around besides just walking everywhere?
Yeah, a lot have actually turned to bikes in recent years. So why is the scooter a better alternative than the bike?
Well, scientists have been trying to figure out this problem for quite a few number of years.
Since the dawning of time.
Since the dawning of time.
Modern civilization was built on the question of bike versus scooter.
Well, more specifically, it was built on the question of, can you make a ballpoint pen...
A scooter.
No, a bike. And they have not been able to figure it out. And, so just recently, my firm and I, my company and I...
Your firm?
Yeah,
Your accounting firm. A law firm. I've never heard of a...
My firm company. And
Your firm company, so it's very solid.
Yeah, it's a solid company, you could say. We started looking into other options. Why have they been trying to make bikes into ballpoint pens this entire, time? And so we tried, let's make a scooter. And you know what? I dare say we've done it.
So it seems like you guys have answered the age-old question. Scooters or bikes? Your company's taking a bold stance, and y'all are saying scooters. Scooting's the way of the future.
Oh, it is the way of the future, absolutely. And you know what? If there's one thing better than riding your bike, it's hopping on a scooter. Your hands free, your legs free.
Your hands free. Yeah, and your legs free.
Oh, yeah. This scooter goes the one place that only a ballpoint pen can go. Right up your butt.
So you stick a pen up your butt, and it's a scooter?
It's a scooter.
That's beautiful. So why do you think scooters have been, in the public opinion, they've lost the battle of public opinion up till this point. You have an uphill battle. Why have they lost to bicycles? So I have a couple theories. I have a theory. Primarily, I think it comes down to language and the way we perceive scooters and bikes. Think about it. You say you have your bicycle, right? And you're like, I'm gonna go biking. That sounds cool. That sounds
But scootering athletic. Is not even a thing.
Because that's not even a word. You say, I'm scooting, or I'm gonna go scoot.
And then you picture the dog with its,
with its butt on the ground, just
on the
dragging it across
dragging its butt
and
across
no
the
one
carpet.
Thinks that's cool.
Yeah.
No one wants to ride that around town.
Exactly. And so, we did the only thing that we could think of to make scooting cool.
You took a pen and shoved it up your butt.
We made it like the only other clothing, apparel, accessory that is cool.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Heelys. Oh. It's like Heelys for your underwear.
Logistically, how does this work?
So let me just break this down for you real quick. So Jehovah's Witness pulls up to your house. It's got a pen. No big deal.
The Jehovah's Witness, isn't it?
Well, I don't want to... He or she has got a pen.
Okay.
Or it.
Okay.
He's got a pen. He's or she or it is highlighting, underlining, highlighting.
It's pamphlets.
Circling. It's pamphlets. As they do. And then they go, all right, I need to dip on out of here.
I got to scoot on out.
We haven't yet come up with a name, but I'm going to do it right here. It's called the pooter.
The pooter.
The pen scooter.
The pen scooter. So,
I'm going to poot on out of here.
So, when Jehovah's Witness in your living room, right, you guys are going over the pamphlets or highlight stuff, and they're like,
I hope they're not in your living room. How did they get in there?
Well, you invite them in. You're not going to make them wait on your porch. You're trying to be...
I absolutely would make them wait on my porch.
Okay, well... Anyway, so you're kind of on the fence. You're reading the pamphlets. You're like, maybe guys, I'm almost in, but I'm on the fence. And they say, we don't want to rush you. We want you to make your own decision. We're gonna poot on out of here. Yeah. And then at that point, I think I'm converted. So we're gonna move on to the next product today. I have the Gagapult, which fires tennis ball-sized projectiles from a gag on your mouth, and I'm selling it to Stephen Hawking.
Wow. So a gag, like a ball gag?
It's like a ball gag, but it actually launches projectiles. So the beauty of this is it comes in all different colors because, people are very colorful nowadays. They want to have we want to customize the user experience.
Of course.
So the custom user experience we have, you can get your ball gag in a lot of very professional options. Our goal was to make this usable, viable in the workplace. So we have leather, we have rubber, we have all the professional materials that you might see in the workplace. So we have khaki, black, brown, all the class ones. The idea was you're sitting at your desk, right? You're working. And so as a boss, there's a multifaceted approach to this. One, your employees aren't talking as much. Talking gets in the way of them doing their job.
Absolutely.
Secondly, it increases workplace productivity because you know what? Janet over in accounting, 5 cubes over, she needs a paper clip. She's paper clipping all her Excel sheets. She runs out of paper clips. What does she do? She turns over and she's like, oh, and then you see that and you're like, that's the signal. I have extra paper clips on my desk. You take it, you load up your ball gag. There's a little lever you can pull back so it goes deeper down your throat before you launch it.
Right, of course.
So you have it right here, and then you pull back and all the way at Jan's desk. She catches it.
That's genius. And you know what the best part of this idea is? Everybody's always like, oh man, my gun isn't accurate. Oh man, I can't see. This ball gag is literally with your face, so wherever you're looking, it's gonna shoot.
It never misses its target.
It never misses, unless you're looking to the right or to the left or upwards or downwards.
Yeah, we will say the one warning we have to put with this is if you think you're about to sneeze, do not use the Gagapult.
Absolutely.
Specifically because sneezing will take before you know it, you'll be, you're sending over some staples to the cute chick in HR, right? But then all of a sudden you sneeze right before you launch your staples, so you're facing the downward position and your catapult comes out and you just shot a round of staples into your thigh.
Yeah, and somehow it's okay to shoot a round of staples into the hot chick.
Well, yeah, she would catch him though. She would catch him with some.
Of course.
We had provided bowls, catching mechanisms.
I just want to say real quick, the first item that I go to when I'm trying to catch staples out of the air is a bowl.
What do you mean? What else would you use?
A glove?
Oh, like an outfield glove.
Like a catching mitt.
That would make a lot more sense. I was thinking mixing bowls anyway. Those things are gonna like hit the bottom of the rim and then loop back out and like shoot back at you.
Yeah, it's just gonna fall out.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we will.
Anyway, Stephen Hawking
uses his mouth. He's not really using his mouth, so why don't you just? So we'll get someone to do that. When he consents to it, we'll grab the scruff of his neck, yank him back, insert the gag.
Of course. And
he did order the black leather one, so that's actually our most popular seller.
That's pretty classy, honestly. For a man of his stature, I expected nothing less.
Yeah, I mean, black leather, surprisingly, I haven't seen it a lot in our workplace focus groups, but they're our top sellers. So I don't know what people are using it for, but they're not bringing it to work.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we should add that it's perfectly safe to eat with. It only takes about 80% of your mouth's volume. And so the other 20%, you're free to do with, whatever you'd like. You can eat, you can breathe, maybe even talk if you can, but probably not.
Yeah, talking's going to be hard, but that's the beauty of the Gagapult is it's only on a time block for 8 hours. So every 8 hours, you take it off. You can do whatever you want. You have complete freedom.
Yeah, for like the next minute and a half at least.
It gives you a 90-second break before it relocks.
Yeah.
So, like I said, everything's focused on user experience. We got a lot of feedback, and people really dig the freedom aspect. Because what's more American than freedom? So, on to our next section, we got LARPing. No. Tommy, you are going to be Rick Sanchez, who has a measuring tape.
Okay.
And I'm Kronk, who has some spandex shorts. And we are in Santa's workshop, digging a grave.
Rick, can you give me a hand with this leg?
Oh yeah, it's Pickle Rick.
So, why are we burying this guy?
Well, he was on the naughty list.
Yeah, we're digging a grave for this man who's, still alive. Get him down,
I'm gonna get my measuring tape.
Yeah, hit him with the measuring tape. Go on, go, he's getting back up. Roll it out.
Morty, kick his ass.
Oh, who's Morty?
I don't know. That's just a habit.
Okay, well, he looks like he's down for the count now. Why don't you go ahead and poke him with the
right.
measuring tape just to make sure.
Oh my gosh.
Was that the man?
Kick him again.
Okay, I'll kick him again. Oh yeah, he's down for good now. All right. So I got a problem here with this hole. I'm hitting something. Yeah. So how are we gonna? He's not gonna fit.
Well, I'm a genius. I'm just gonna figure out something real quick.
All right, great. You figure something out. I'm gonna try to move around in these spandex shorts that are just killing me. I can't.
Let me tell you, you look really good right now.
Do you think so?
Yeah, you look really good.
The missus said I look great in spandex.
Hold on, let me just take this tape measure. I just really gotta measure.
Boy, measure these curves. I got a profile view for you.
Oh wow, that is the finest waist I've ever seen.
Is it thick? Oh, you're going all the way around my waist. Here we go. Hey, let me get the whole mate. Who is this guy?
Is it a guy? Check his pants.
I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh my God, we have a giant, abominable snowman now approaching.
Boom, boom.
Hang on.
Boom.
Let me rip off my spandex.
Boom.
Luckily, these I have.
Man, what is that under your pants?
These are my propeller-activated gliding shorts.
Morty, hurry, go out there and fight the snowman.
I am flying high above the snowman as he swats at me. You can't get me up here, quick! Rick, kill him with the measuring tape.
All right, I'm on it.
Oh no, I'm crashing! The motor died! I'm crashing into the snow!
I'll catch you! Oh!
You didn't catch me.
Where did my measuring tape go? Oh gosh, he's getting closer. Hurry, where did we get Morty?
Quick, go grab the body,
Maybe we can offer it as a sacrifice.
He's chasing after us now! Wait, do you think he stopped? Check out from behind Morty's body. Look over it. Dang it, I didn't say look inside his uniform. I said look over his uniform. Peek over the edge. I'm buried 2 feet underground in snow. He will not see me. You check if he's still there.
We have a problem.
What's the problem?
There's two now. There's two abominable snowmen.
There's two abominable snowmen. That's why I was hearing 4 sets of footsteps. Oh my God, he's getting closer. Quick. All right, I got an idea.
Wait. What are they doing?
Oh, hang on.
Is that what I...
Yeah, it looks like he has crafted a bench press out of the ice and is now lifting weights with a spotter.
No, that is not what that looks like.
That's exactly what that looks like.
Oh.
Oh my God, it looks like he just hit his final rep and now they're ready to come back for us. They're coming quick, Rick, thick fast.
Oh gosh.
I don't have any more spandex.
All right, I'm gonna throw my tape measure over the railing up there, and I'm gonna pull myself up.
That's great.
Good luck.
Hey, wait, no, come back. Hang on, Rick, toss the tape measure down here. They're getting closer.
What? I'm up here. I can't hear you.
Toss it. You're responding to me, which means you can hear me.
I can't hear you.
You're waiting until I'm done talking, which tells me
I can't hear you.
You know that I'm talking, and you're just ignoring me.
I can't hear you.
I think you can hear.
I can't toss it down. I'm hanging from it right now.
See, I thought you were over the edge, but actually I see now you are hanging.
Watch out.
Oh my God,
I'm running.
I'm running. Oh, the propeller shorts have reactivated. Rick, I'm coming in hot. Look out. Oh my.
Anyway, we're in the next section, Merkel's boner. So, Tommy, if I'm not mistaken, you just came back from Africa.
Yeah, so crazy thing happened in Africa. So we were out on the safaris, and we were in an open jeep, and there was quite a few of them nearby because they're all trying to look at the animals and such. And so, I'm there with my family, and my dad pulls out his camera, right? Anyhow, my dad had this great telephoto lens. So he pulls out his camera, and, he hasn't really used it a lot before, so he's thinking, he's kind of a hot shot, pulling out his brand new camera lens.
Okay.
It's a pretty big lens.
I mean, you gotta love a man with a big lens.
You gotta love a man with a big lens.
Carry on, though. Carry on. He's got his camera.
Right. So he's got the camera.
The big lens.
He's feeling like, king of the world. He's just your top-notch man, right?
That's what I picture when I hear your dad. Top-notch man.
And then pretty soon, he's taking photos. He's feeling good.
He's got the hot safari wind blowing up his shirt.
Yeah, like in one of those sexy dudes commercials.
And he's looking back at you like, hey, son.
I'm not quite sure if that happened, but I could picture that happening.
Okay, I think it's weirder that it didn't happen, but you can still picture it.
Let's just move on. So anyways, it just so happened that as he's taking pictures, he looks over and the guide pulls out his camera.
Who's this guy?
Our guide for the safari.
So he's not driving the car or anything. He is just taking pictures?
Right. So
who's driving the car?
The guide.
And he's pulling out his camera.
Well, we're stopped.
Oh, this is we're getting some like high-speed chase Indiana Jones vibes, but instead you're actually just parked in a car.
We're actually just parked in a car, right?
Okay.
And so the guide who's sitting there, who has found the animal that we're now looking at, pulls out his camera.
All right, and he thinks he's a hot shot because he's got a camera in the safari. He's a guide. He's a big deal.
He's a guide. So my dad's got this nice new lens. It's a big lens. All right. So anyways, the guide pulls out a camera, and the lens is about twice as big as my dad's lens.
Hang on.
Twice.
Is that regulation? Is that allowed?
You know what? I don't know if it's allowed. I don't know if the African government was trying to storm in there or what, but he whipped that sucker out and started taking pictures. And my dad had the look of jealousy on his face.
So he whips out an even bigger lens. He's been sitting on an even bigger lens just in the back of the trunk. You thought it was a bazooka covered up. He rips off the tarp and he's got like a 20-foot lens that's just weighing him down off the side of the Jeep and just dragging into the dirt. Getting great shots, son.
He pulls up in another Jeep with just a mounted tripod camera.
It's just ready for that. It goes parallel to y'all. You just look through it.
It's got a whole boom arm like mounted.
They actually
crane.
They put the Hubble telescope on wheels and they just attach it to his camera.
And they brought it to Africa.
Yes.
But anyway, so after my guide pulls out an even bigger camera, and then my dad's like, wow, that is a huge camera. And they start talking about their camera sizes.
Their camera or their lenses?
Their camera lens sizes.
Okay.
Sorry.
So the camera's probably comparable in size.
Right. It's about the same size camera. At the base, everything's pretty much the same.
Yeah, no one ever really pays attention to the base. It's all about the stuff you get further out from
like
the camera.
The shaft of the camera, it was what was changed in girth and length,
Yeah, because those were way different, and that's what people honestly care about. Because
exactly.
That's what's the most visible to the naked eye.
So anyways, he pulls out the big lens, and they start talking about their big lenses, and then we look over in another safari truck, and this guy pulls out a lens.
They parked too.
They're parked as well.
Just right in front of you guys.
Right next to us.
So you realized when you were looking through the lens, like, hang on, why am I seeing like a bright pink polo? Because there's a guy parked right in front of you.
Well, he's not in front of us. He's beside us.
Oh, he's beside y'all. Okay.
That typically, you don't want to do that. If you're looking at an animal and then someone pulls up right in front of you, that's typically frowned upon.
I would imagine so.
But anyways.
But that didn't stop you in the movie theater.
Yeah. But anyways, they look over, and this guy's got a camera that's like 3 times as big as my dad's. And by camera, I mean camera lens.
Yeah, at this point, I can't picture actually supporting something that stable. Think of how heavy that is towards the end.
Yeah, it is pretty heavy. And you know what? It's the girth and it's the length. So you can't even get a good grip on it. You can't get your hands all the way
so
around
it's this just massive tube that's long, that's thick, that's wide, just coming out of his camera and really...
Yeah, he's trying to wrap his hands around it, but you know what? He can't get a good picture because it's shaking too much. I don't know if that's his hands, or I don't know if
it's
that's
probably
the
hands.
camera
That's really heavy. That'd be hard to balance. It'd be hard to grip.
Yeah, that's true. And this guy had to get on his knees to try to
Well, and plus the wind
that.
factor. There's probably some breeze out in the safari, right? And that's shaking your lens back and forth.
Back and forth, until finally you can shoot the picture.
You shoot the picture. Take a beautiful shot. Anyway, we're going to move on to our next segment here. We have the other guys. which is where we good cop, bad cop parenting advice from non-parents. The people who you really want to take advice from when it comes to raising your kid. People who have no experience. Okay, so Tommy, to start off, I take bad cop first, so my guest doesn't have to start off as bad cop. You can start off as good cop.
I appreciate that.
And so it's my 3-year-old won't shower if his head is wet. Good cop,
Wow.
Tell me what's your advice to getting this kid to shower.
Everyone is unique. Everyone has their own problems, and it's just about finding a clever way to solve the problem of your
Unique
child.
is another way of saying stupid.
Right, but not really. Your child is sweet, I'm sure. And so the most important thing to keep in mind when dealing with a problem of your child is to be calm, be collected. All right, you don't want your child to worry that he might have a problem and embarrass himself in front of others.
Kids do not respond to that. You need to be authoritative. You need to lock him down. You need to bend him over the tub and spank him until he knows he is getting his hair wet and he is showering, because you are not going to be with him his whole life. You'll waterboard him if you have to get the message through to him. His head's wet, deal with it. You still got to clean.
Or you can take the more gentle approach and handle him with love and care and make sure to really satisfy him.
But we both know you are not capable of love or compassion because you have raised a monster.
You know, some monsters have really big hearts and they may be scary on the outside, but your kid is human like the rest of us.
Which means he's flawed. That means you did a terrible job. Don't encourage his flaws. Cut them out with a scalpel.
Instead of doing that, in this particular situation, what I would just kind of encourage is every day take a little glass of water and just,
throw it on all his electronic devices and tell him you won't get him more until he showers. Okay, so actually, I think I came off a bit strong there. You probably want to start off by putting him in a bath because, you bathe before you shower. It's less scary. So you put him in the bath, right? And instead of eventually you're going to want to turn the shower head on. But before that, you want to really send him a message that you mean business. So how do you do that? You take your stereo and you throw it in the tub.
I don't know about that. Let's just slow the roll down just a little bit.
All right, so now we're going to switch our roles. I'm going to go on a good cop. You're going to be our bad cop here. So this is also from the Ask Parents subreddit. My dog has been trying to eat my child. So I'm going to go ahead and kick us off here. You gotta really think about both.
Put it down! Put your dog down right now.
Yeah.
And then put your child down. It's not worth it.
Yeah, so what he really means, put him down for a nice nap and let him really think about what they've done.
Put a bullet in his head.
Yeah, so a bullet's it's the family-friendly equivalent is pillow. Put a nice bullet pillow on his head. Let him really think about what they've been doing. Both of them.
Let your dog eat your child. You can have more.
Okay, so there's a common misconception here. Yes, you save money on dog food because, granted, he ate your kid. But in the long run, what does everybody know? Dogs cost more than kids. So you're actually saving money by letting the kid live. And if anything, you should let the kid eat the dog. So on to our next segment, we have Citizen Kane. So today's news article comes from Huffington Post, which technically is a news source. The title is Suspect's Loud Fart Helps Police Sniff Out His Hiding Place.
Wow, that is a classy one, HuffPo. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so tell me, what do you think is running through this guy's head when he's ripping it while hiding from the cops?
Well, what I want to think about is the time leading up to that. He's probably, assuming he's, he hasn't been doing this a while. Maybe this is his first time stealing something or murdering someone.
He immediately goes to Taco Bell afterwards to celebrate.
Immediately. He thinks, you know what? I pulled it off. I did a great job. I did the heist right. And so he goes to Taco Bell. He gets himself a chalupa or 8.
Chalupa cravings box. He gets the whole thing.
He gets the whole thing, especially with a large carbonated drink.
Okay, so those, I'm interested where you're going with this because those usually cause burps, not farts. So I'm interested to keep going.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he drank the entire carbonated drink before he started on the chalupas. So those chalupas kind of went in there, they soaked it all up, and they took that carbonation, they pushed it all the way down into his intestines.
All right, so that's not okay. I don't think that has ever happened before, but I'm interested. The science does seem to hold up.
It holds up. And you know what? This actually happens more commonly than you might think. And so he's going, he thinks he's okay. And then he sees on the news, he sees armed robber. Hey, wait, what did this guy do? Does it say?
It doesn't say, but I'm imagining he was probably robbing, let's just say, a bouncy house store. Probably stealing a large inflatable bouncy house.
All right, so this guy robbed his whatever. He goes and gets some Taco Bell. And then he's watching the news later that night. And he sees a picture of him on the news. Says, suspect of bouncy house robbery seen entering a Taco Bell. So this guy's sitting there and he sees that. And I'm sure he's thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to find me. And so at this point, he's getting a little stressed out. He's getting some stress cramps. He's getting some bad juju going up in his intestines.
Naturally.
That mixed with the carbonation from the large drink. And something is brewing down there, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And so at this point...
He's ready to blow.
But at that moment, he hears a knock on the door. And so he thinks, maybe that's the cop. Let me go out the back door. And so he's going out the back door, and he goes and hides in the bushes because he can't climb over the fence. It's too tall.
Yeah, most commercial fences are just astronomically high. Unclimbable is what they say.
And they have lots of barbed wire at the top.
Yep, that's just a
Apparently
standard
he's living in the prison.
Standard fence. He actually is already in prison. He was hiding somewhere in the prison yard.
He escaped prison, stole a bouncy house, and then tried to sneak back in after getting to Taco Bell.
And yet they're still looking for him.
And so anyways, he's hiding in the bushes now, and that gas bubble is getting ready to blow. And the cops at this point have knocked on his front door. They're searching his house, and one of them happens to go near the back door.
Oh no, I can tell where this is going.
You can tell where this is going already. At this point, he can't help it anymore. He knows he's right there, but he has to let it rip. Sometimes, especially like if you were in a car turning a corner, and
that's prime time because there's a lot of sounds going on. The person you're with might not even know it was you.
Yeah, and then you might even just poop your pants right then if you really had to. If it was hurting really badly.
What I usually do, a technique, especially if you're with, say, like a female, you crank up the radio.
Maybe like a girlfriend.
Yeah, like a girlfriend. So you crank up the radio like, oh, this song's really good. You're gonna love this part. You crank it up to max. You let it out. You bring it back down. Oh, sorry, I was singing a different song. She's none the wiser.
That's genius. That's absolutely genius.
I highly recommend you try this in your life.
All right, yeah. You know what? I might do that in my life today.
Honestly, yeah.
But anyways, back to the story. So this guy lets the biggest fart rip this world has ever seen.
Rest in peace. You feel the tremors. The house shakes.
You feel the tremors. It speeds up global warming by about 10 years.
There's so much carbon dioxide just inside of him.
Yeah, and also methane.
And methane, that's primary. Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
And so this cop immediately hears it, and let alone hear it, he smells it.
So the cops run away, so he's scot-free.
Not quite.
Oh, these are some brave cops.
The cop hears it, and he thinks, oh my gosh, there's a bear in the backyard.
Naturally, that would be my first thought if I heard a human fart, would be there's a bear.
Well, it's like a... It's kind of similar,
Right, so his fart roared is what you're saying.
Well, it was loud enough that, the two could be confused quite easily.
Okay.
So anyways, the cop hears it and he goes, oh my gosh, well, the guy's not here, but we need to call in pest control on a bear. And by pest control, I mean animal control.
I'm saying all safe pest is not getting paid enough to take bear threats.
Bear.
Do you have any of those sticky traps? We're trying to catch a bear.
Yeah,
full size.
We need a little piece of cheese. So anyways, it calls in animal control, and they go back there. Long story short, they find the man. The cops get
in a bear suit.
Well, sure.
Okay, anyway, on to our closing segment. This little thing we do to always just thank our guests. Because without you guys, the show's not possible. We just want to know from the bottom of our hearts how grateful we are. And so, obviously, Tommy, you're big into space travel, SpaceX. We're actually told you're one of our, for the maiden voyage, you're the first Mars colonizer that we're sending up into orbit soon.
That's true, yeah.
So, I imagine you've been prepping for this probably for years.
I've been doing a great amount of research, great amount of training, and I think I'm not ready yet, but I will be.
But
eventually.
You'd say you're probably ready for anything.
Oh, well, give or take, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, Tommy, we have quite a surprise for you. We called up NASA, and we're really thrilled about this opportunity, man. So if you actually check under your seat real quick, you'll see that little lever there. Why don't you go ahead and pull that out real quick? Tommy, we are so happy for you. What if we told you right now, right this second, you are going to Mars?
Oh, yeah, baby.
All right, well, we didn't think you'd be this excited for it, but that's awesome. I hope you're wearing your spacesuit because we don't have one for you.
Wait,
and takeoff is in
what?
3,
Wait, what did
2,
you say about his spacesuit?
1. Have fun in
Wait,
Mars. Thank you so much for tuning in. That concludes our show for the day. If you like this episode, be sure to subscribe to Writer's Block, the #1 improv comedy podcast that I know of. Let us know what you thought in the comments below and leave your own ideas for Pitch Slap for a chance to be featured on the show. Also, check out the Classic Podcast where we discuss everything movies, including reviews and theories from all the latest blockbusters. I'm Hayden Roper, and this has been Writer's Block.
And here we go.